Here's a quick introduction to how to use the print functionality. So the print functionality is accessible through the camera icon in the top right corner. You click there and it pops up in this screen, which will help you to size the report so it will have the right aspect ratio to fit into your document. So the first thing that you can do is click here and set the paper size. So do you want it to fit within, say, an A4 letter portrait? We'll click that. That's basically just going to set a maximum width, and then it will also warn you if the page becomes too long and it wouldn't fit, because what will happen is if you have an image that's too long and you drop it into Word, it will get shrunk down. So we've set the size, and then we'll look and see that you can adjust the font size. Mine aren't going all the way to the right side simply because my themes are simplistic and they don't reach long enough. So what we see right now is when we move the mouse over this first row, the top of the report is green, and we can see the rest of it there. If this report doesn't really need it, but we can break the report into multiple sections if it's too long and we want to put it on multiple pages. We're going to do that by clicking here into the ruler on top and then dragging down. So we'll take it down to there. And by the way, you can click and adjust. Oh, there we go. You can adjust that again if you need to. Now we'll see that there are two rows up here, and as I move the mouse back and forth, it highlights the corresponding section. That's going to be helpful if you have several sections. Now you can also do this over by the left and get 4, but that really doesn't make much sense, so we'll get rid of that for now. Again, so if you want to get rid of your guide, you just drag it back up there toward the ruler. So we'll put this back again. There we go. We've got 2 sections. Now we can download it, we can open it in a pop-up window, we can print it, or we can save it. And we'll have to do that for each of the sections, however many we have. These click boxes aren't really doing anything right now. If you want to download it, we need to give it a name. So we'll call it Prior 1, or Prior Top. And if we click the download, we'll see that it has gone there, and if I click on it, it will open up in another document, another app. Let's get back to our main page here. So that was the download. If we click the open in another window, here it is, it pops up. You can move that around if you want. You can right click into it and do a copy image. You can also just grab that and drag it to some other document such as Word. When you're done, you can close that. You could then open up the second one. There's the second part of our report. You can print it. So if we click print, it will open up the print thing, and there's our document ready to be printed. You can cancel that and show you what happens if let's get rid of this guide again, since our report's not very large and we don't need it. Now when we go to print, there's our entire document, and we can just, in this case I've got it set to print as a PDF, but otherwise normally it would just print to your printer. It's still probably better to create it as images and drop it into a Word document, because then you can put headers and footers around it. So that pretty much covers the basics of doing the report. When you're done, you can click this X in the top right corner and you'll be back to the normal report. And again, with that page menu on the left, which is available both for this report that you're displaying to the room as well as when you're printing it, you can toggle whether the quotes are visible or not. And you can also adjust the font, but this font adjustment is only for what you're displaying to the room, and it doesn't affect what the report will look like.